This is a current project. We designed a PC board, and I'm trying to put an enclosure on it so that when you're handling it, your fingers don't touch the board, potentially shut it out. And the board, I found, will fit in these corners here to suspend it off the back. Wires come out here with a ability to strap something on here. Again here, and then this is a port for the back to get a hose out the back. Also, I have ventilation for some gas sensors. This is a prototype enclosure so that I can hand the board to someone to work on the software. It's a work in progress, but let me show you some of the features that I put into this. I have these grooves on the side here. I'll zoom in on one. If I put the front plane on, you can see that they interlock into these. I also had to put some stiffeners on here so that they wouldn't break off. I was having problems with them breaking off, so I added some stiffeners. This is a port to get some wires in and out. So I'll take off the front cover. And, this worked. I was really pleased with how this looked, or how this went together. It takes about 3 hours to print one. But what I'm going to do next is kind of make it so it's easier to go together. So I might put a interlocking surface here. I might lower this position. I might move this hole left to right. There's a lot of little things I could do. This is the front of the enclosure. It's always good when you can get your company name on the product that you're making. I've made one of these and put it together, and I see some problems that I need to address. This port right here is for LEDs to show through, and then this port right here is for some access to some buttons. And I see some interference part now. So let me take the back off and we'll go look at what is happening here. I know that this one is running into, or maybe it's this one, is running into some buttons. I can clean that up. This is for a display, and it's about the right location. But this presses the board. These points press the board into position, keep it from floating up. I need to address these because they're running into some of the parts on the board itself. So I'll be cleaning those up today. These little guys here, this one right here is a alignment, and these capture the board when it slides on. These little protrusions capture that groove in the bottom. Several revisions to get to this point right here, and it's still just a prototype because this is not a pretty box. It's mainly so that we can work on it. I know I've got a problem, and I'm trying to figure out how to address it. The top interferes a little bit with the bottom, so I'm going to go in and use a tool called section analysis. Click on this surface here and bring it down. It's hard to look inside the box when we but I think you start to see what the problem is. Right here, it's interfering, and then this corner, it's running into that, and it's running out. The idea is these posts would hold the board down, and I think they would do that if they didn't hit this high point. So if I a little different angle here, the PC board would sit right here, and this should go down and press that down into that corner. Well, it can't because it's riding up on this. So I can either take a little bit of this area away so that this thing can ride down in it, or I can alter this post to work with that. Section tool is really nice for figuring out how things are not working, what's running into each other inside the part. Alright, I'm trying to figure out how to I'm removing sections of this I'm probably removing more than I need to. However, I don't really want it to be a problem later. So I'm taking 2.5 millimeters off that section right there. And let's see if I can do it again. That's going to leave plenty to hold that board down in this area. Alright, looks a little funny, but it goes around the obstructions. So I'll do the same thing over here. Alright, we appear to have a model ready to print. I'm just looking it over here. This is the front and the back of the prototype board holder, and it looks like it wants some supports on these. I always look to see if the changes that I put in are coming through, because I have to go through several versions of this. Ah, the 3D printer. The one time when you can listen to the train and not do anything except keep an eye on the thing. Beautiful first layer on this one. This is some filament my son gave me for Father's Day. A little farther, the features are starting to come out now. It's a 3-hour print, so I just keep an eye on it. This is the next morning. Sure, a little bit of stringiness, but the parts came out as planned. And since the platen is cold, they just popped right off. This is the assembly process. This is the PC board going into the corners. This is a custom PC board designed by Smokeless Chimney. And it fits in there nice and snug. Then the top goes on and clamps it down. If it went on easy, I'd show it all. Once it snaps into position, it holds the board quite well. Thanks for watching. Smokeless Chimney, warm homes and clean air for everyone. www.smokelesschimney.com